Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Abby, and today we have an energizing Vinyasa flow. So this is, as always, going to be for all levels. There's going to be lots of options throughout. If you have a block today, that could be really useful, but if not, we can manage without. So we're going to get started in our child's pose, coming towards the back of your mat. You could either keep knees together today for a little bit more lower back support as you melt the chest down, or you could take the knees wide, bring in the fingertips between the knees, and then slowly start to walk your hands down. Reaching the arms forward as you take a few deep breaths. Just think about really melting your chest down towards the earth. You might take a little wiggle through the hips here as you just allow yourself to settle into comfortable stillness. Maybe the forehead connects with the mat, maybe it doesn't. Just find a place for it to easily rest without holding on in your body. And then for the next few moments, just see if you can relax into the shoulders, relax into the hips, and start to find slower, longer, steadier breaths. With each new breath, bringing in fresh air, fresh energy into the body. With every exhale, just releasing anything that is old, that is stagnant. Just letting go. Good, let's take two more here, and for those last exhales, the longest, the deepest breaths we've taken so far today. Nice, and then slowly from here, just start to invite in a little bit of movement, side to side. And then begin to continue that sway as you walk the hands towards you. So we come all the way up onto the knees. If you had knees together in your child's pose, maybe now taking them a little bit wider. And then we're going to take a big breath in as we reach our arms up. And then exhale, start to release your right fingertips just behind you. Inhale, roll your left shoulder back as you open through the chest and heart. And then exhale, release your left hand down through center, take left fingertips behind you. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, push the hips, the chest forward. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, reach that left arm up, right hand behind you. Option now to squeeze the hips and lift. And then exhale through center. So just finding these fluid waves. Inhale, maybe lifting the hips, opening the chest. Exhale down, one more each side. So inhale, right hand behind, left arm lifts, open the chest, relax the head. And then exhale back. Inhale, final time, reaching that right arm up. And exhale back. Good. This time, inhale, reaching both of the arms up. Exhale, start to walk your hands forward. So keeping the knees wide, and then just adjust so you can tuck your toes towards the outer edges of your mat. And we're going to continue with this fluidity through the spine. So as you breathe in, start to lift through the chest, lift sit bones. Breathing out, start to round your spine, send the sit bones back. Inhale, look forward, maybe onto forearms as you ripple the chest up and open. And then exhale, continue that circle, rounding back. Good, couple more. Inhale, crawl the chest forward, lift the heart. And then exhale, round it back. Final time. Inhale, lift, just move it in any way that feels good. And exhale, round and back. This time, inhale, come all the way forward, keeping those toes tucked. Start to hover the knees. Ripple up into your wide downward facing dog. So again, the feet are roughly as wide as your mat. And then start to find your intuitive movement. So start to pedal, releasing through backs of the legs and the ankles. Maybe you kind of rock the hips from side to side. pushing the ground away with the hands. So we focus on creating all of this openness into the upper body. And by pushing the fingertips and base knuckles down, that just kind of activates into the wrists a bit more so we can relieve any little sticky points of tension. Good. From here, we're going to take a few circles. So if you've arrived in stillness, just start to circle the hips in one direction. So imagine drawing these circles on the ceiling with the hips. And then circling back the other way. Yeah, then landing back in that neutral position, we're going to start to walk the hands all the way back towards the feet. So back of the mat with the feet wide. Take an inhale as you lengthen through the chest, and then exhale, fold chest towards the thighs. And again, just keep it fluid today. So you might kind of have this little sway, you might grab opposite elbows, you might bend through the knees, shake the head. Yeah, think about shifting that weight forward into the front of the feet, releasing through backs of the legs, relaxing your lower back. And then if you took that grip, release the hands, breathing in, soft knees, start to roll all the way up to standing. Good, squeezing through the glutes at the top, rolling back through your shoulders. And then breathe in, reach your arms all the way up, maybe connect palms as the gaze lifts. Breathe out, start to lead with your chest as you fold back down. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, soft knees. Start to walk the hands out now into a high plank. So the feet are still wide here. We push down through fingertips, through base knuckles. Take a breath in. And then exhale back into that downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward, option to come to plank or hover the thighs off the mat. So think up dog with toes tucked. And then exhale, downward dog. Good. Inhale, ripple forward, either plank or hover the knees, hover the thighs, roll the shoulders back. And then back, downward dog. 2 more. Inhale forward, think about spreading across the collarbones. Exhale back. Final time. Inhale, bring it forward. And exhale back. Good. Inhale, come onto the toes. Gaze forward now, soft knees, and take a few steps. So we come to stand at the top of our mat. Feet might be hips width or toes together. Breathe in as you lift the chest halfway. Breathe out as you fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, we're going to take our hands towards our lower back, if we can, with the fingers facing slightly upwards. Roll the shoulders back, breathing in, lift chest, option to take a little back bend as you squeeze the glutes, relax into the head, pull those elbows towards each other. 1 more breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly coming forward, interlace the hands behind the back as you draw the chest towards the thighs and relax into the head and neck. Take a few deep breaths, pulling those knuckles up and overhead wherever they get to. You might have movement again. And then releasing the grip of the hands. Breathe in halfway, so sweep the hands down to shins or mat. And then fingertips come down as we step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower your back knee, gaze forward, low lunge. Reaching the arms up, take a big breath in. Exhale, maybe shifting that weight forward into the hips. Inhale, bring it back to neutral. Exhale, a twist. Right arm moves forward, left arm moves back. So really pull the fingers apart, drop the shoulders. Option to stay here, or you're going to flip your front palm and take that little heart opening back bend. So really reach your right fingertips up. You can hover your left hand, or it could rest somewhere towards your right leg. Good. We've got 1 more deep breath to lift the chest. And then exhale, everybody, windmill your hands down to frame your left foot. Back toes are tucked. We step our left foot back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you would like it. So really think about this 1 breath, 1 movement. Lengthening the breaths, inhale forward, exhale knees, or chaturanga to lower. Inhale, lifts the chest, and then exhale back. downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the right leg, and then exhale, step it towards the right thumb. Lower your back knee, and then inhale, coming into your low lunge. Dropping shoulders, reaching fingertips. Exhale, shift the weight forward, easing into the hips. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale for your twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Think about really pulling the arms apart, twisting through the core, and then option to stay in your twist or flip your left palm and take that back bend. So reaching your left arm up, really creating that space and openness through the chest. Right hand might land somewhere on the left leg, or it might hover. Good. Big expansive breath through the front of the body. And then we windmill those hands down, framing your right foot. This time, lift the back knee, look forward, step your left foot to meet the right top of the mat. Inhale as we lengthen chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand. And then one more time as you exhale, taking the hands towards your lower back. So maybe the fingertips face slightly upwards. Rolling your shoulders back, elbows in, and then start to push the hips forward. So it might be a really small movement, or maybe we find a little bit more space. Keep that activity through the glutes. And then slowly bring it back to neutral. Start to interlace the hands. Maybe soft knees as we bring chest towards the thighs, reaching those knuckles up and overhead. And just one more breath this time. And then inhale, halfway lift. So sweep those hands down, lift the chest. Exhale, left foot to the back of your mat. High lunge this time, so gaze forward, push down through the feet, rise the arms up. Find that length through your upper body, those solid foundations as you push through your back heel. Big breath in. And then as you breathe out, you're going to start to shift your weight forward. Right arm is going to move back. Left arm reaches forward. We're coming into a balance. It might take a few steps or one step for this single arm warrior 3. So start to hover your left leg. Find your gazing point, which can be really helpful in balances. Good. One more. Try and push through your back heel. Inhale, draw your left knee in towards the chest as you reach right arm forward, left arm back. So twisted, standing twist. Option to stay active. You could grab your left knee, shin, or you could even grab the outer foot if it's there. But it's pretty early in the practice. Just see which position is going to feel most beneficial and that we can kind of hold. Maybe we might wobble out of it. And then we're going to reverse that movement. So if you grabbed, reach your right arm forward. Oh, gone. Breathe in. Exhale, start to send your right arm and left leg back as your left arm moves forward. So again, that single arm warrior 3. Push through your back heel. Just one more inhale. Exhale, lightly as possible, land your left toes and your left heel. Warrior 2. So reverse the arms again. Right arm moves forward, left arm moves back. A breath here to just arrive into your warrior 2. Strong through the arms. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, flip your palm. Reverse your warrior. Option to keep left hand down the leg. Option to take half bind. Final option, come onto your right toes for a little bit more activity through the legs. Good. One more breath. If you lifted the heel, drop it, bring it back into your warrior 2. Bend into your right knee. And then inhale, reach the arms up, straighten your right leg. Exhale, arms wide, reach forward, 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 Trikonasana. Right hand lands somewhere towards your right leg. Or if you have your block, placing your right hand on your block. From here, we're going to shift our gaze forward. You might stay in your Trikonasana today or come into your Ardha Chandrasana or half moon. If you have a block, any setting towards the top right of your mat, left hand could come to left hip. It might take, again, a few steps as we float that left leg up. Left toes face towards your left wall, and then maybe reach your left arm up. So right foot probably is going to be wobbling about. Try and keep the toes facing forward. And then try and actively open into your left hip by turning those toes out. Yeah, take a final breath in. And then as you exhale, lower your left foot and your left hand will all come to me in a fold. Take an inhale as you lift the chest halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, start to roll up to standing, reaching those arms up. And then exhale, bring the hands to heart as we shift our weight into our right foot now. We're going to begin to draw the left knee in towards the chest. Active through that standing leg, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, start to send that left leg behind you, keeping the knee bent. So really push through your left heel. It can get a little crampy. Inhale, bring it back, knee to chest. Exhale, push that knee, the foot back. Inhale, back to chest. Exhale, squeeze, send it back. Last time, inhale, bring that left knee in. Exhale, take your left foot back behind you. Option to stay there, or left hand is going to reach, grab either the inside or outside of your left foot. You're going to reach your right arm forward and then maybe come into your Trikonasana or dancer's pose. So kick the foot into the hand as much as you can before you kind of lean forward. Keep lifting the chest, lifting the heart. Good, final breath. And then see, wherever we came to with the foot, if you can keep it where it is, but release the hand, reach your left arm forward, straighten your left leg, breathe in. Exhale, land your left toes to the back of the mat. Inhale, really spread the arms, open the chest. And then exhale, frame your right foot, step it back, downward. Facing dog, vinyasa if you would like it, ripple forward, knees all through your chaturanga. Inhale, lifts the chest. Really think about that space through the front of the body, and then exhale back, downward, facing dog, big breath in. Let it go. And then we inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, gaze forward, left foot steps between the hands. High lunge this time, so slowly rolling our way up, finding the balance. Maybe when we get there, either bending your back knee or pushing through the back heel. Focus your gaze, your drishti, and then start to shift your weight forward onto your back toes. Left arm starts to move back alongside the body. Right arm reaches forward. Again, it might be a few little steps for that single arm warrior 3. So start to lift your back leg. You can always keep toes down today if we're not feeling that balance. Push through the back heel. Try and internally rotate your hip. And then inhale. Right knee into chest as we send right arm back, left arm forward for that standing twist. Again, you can stay active today. You could grab the knee or you could grab the outer foot. Just kind of see which one allows us the most presence to be here. So if we're really kind of struggling, because it's hard to balance, then maybe just dial it back a little bit. Good, last breath. And then we switch, so we're going to reverse it. So right leg moves back, right arm moves forward, left arm moves back. God, it's a challenge for the brain. Good, send that right leg back, breathe in. And then as slow as we can, drop your right toes and right heel, and then unravel the arms into a warrior 2. Give anything a little shake if it needs it, and then find that strong position through the arms. Relax shoulders, and then bend into your left knee. Good, let's reverse it from here. So inhale, flip your palm, reverse your warrior. Right hand lands down the right leg, or half bind. Option to lift your left heel. Reach those left fingertips up, open through the side of the waist. And then slowly release the heel if we lifted, back to our warrior 2. Inhale, start to straighten the legs and the arms, reach those arms up. And then exhale, think about spreading the chest wide, reach as far forward as you can first, and then come into your Trikonasana. Gaze can be down, side, or up. Try and pull that right shoulder back in space, left hip back. Good. Option to stay again, or gaze down, start to bend into your left leg. Left hand on a block or the mat towards the top left corner. So we've got this staggered base. And again, it might be a few little steps as we float our right leg. You can keep right hand to hip. Try and turn those toes out. So again, we're opening into the hip. And just find your gazing point, whether that be down, side, maybe up. One that allows us, again, to have a moment of focus, of balance. Good. Final breath in. And then slowly lowering right fingertips, right foot. Inhale halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, root to rise. Reaching the arms all the way up at the top. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Rooting down through left foot now, we're going to start to draw our right knee in towards us, flexing the foot. And again, just a moment to breathe in to really lengthen through spine. And as you breathe out, start to kick the right foot behind you. The knee stays bent and we squeeze the right glute. Inhale, draw that right knee forward. Exhale, send it back. Good. Inhale. Bring it forward. Exhale, squeeze it back. Try and keep that chest lifted. Last time, bring that knee in. Exhale, send it back. Hold, stay in here. Or right hand reaches back inside or outside of foot, ankle. You can stay there or start to kick that foot into the hand. And then once we've kicked as far as we can, maybe reaching our left arm forward, coming into our dancer or Energising. So try and keep the chest lifted. Keep kicking that foot into the hand into the foot if we've done that, if we've gone for that. Oh, if you've got a wall, you can hold on. And then see if you can keep the leg where it is. Release the hand. Reach your right arm forward. Start to straighten your right leg. Big breath in. Exhale, land your right toes to the back. Inhale, lift the heart, spread the arms wide. And then exhale, dive those hands down, framing your foot. This time, right foot steps to meet the left. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we rise, reach up. Exhale, dive it straight back down. Vinyasa if you would like it. So lift the chest, plant the hands, step, hobble, float your way through. Lowering through knees or through chaturanga. Inhale, lifts the chest. And we come to meet back in our downward facing dog. Good. Take a full breath in and take that breath out. And then we're going to inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, we pop a bend in the knee, open into the hip. Option to stay here. You could come onto your right fingertips. Final variation, wild thing if you would like it. Dropping your right toes behind you. Coming onto the pinky toe side of your left foot, squeezing the glutes, lifting the chest. Imagine the hips becoming the highest point. Relax the head. And then if we came into our wild thing, gaze down, slowly transitioning. Right hand lands back on the mat, right leg lifts, breathe in. And then exhale, right knee towards the right wrist. Wiggle your left toes back, coming into our pigeon. So lots and lots of options here. You could pop a block underneath your right hip. You could bend in your back knee. Take a big breath in to lift through chest. Some of us might stay there, or you can walk your way down. And just take a few breaths here. You might have a little wiggle into the hips. Try and keep those hips neutral. And then start to slow your breath. And just notice how quickly we can kind of bring it down. And just use these moments of stillness as well to just feel all of that energy that we've created just moving around the body. To just notice how you feel in this moment. Yeah, a couple more. With each one, see if you can just soften into that right outer hip a little bit more. Good, and then slowly walking those hands in, lifting through the chest. Option to pause there for a moment, or You could start to bend in your back knee, grab the foot. Final option is our mermaid, where we hook our left toes, is that left? Yep, into the left elbow. That could be, we could stay there. Or you could reach your right arm forward and then maybe grip the fingertips. So coming onto a block on the right hip makes this one very slightly easier, but it is a lot. So just again, check in with the breath. Is it free? Is it easy? We use the asana to ease into the body rather than using our body to kind of push into the shapes. Good, wherever you came to, release. Hands come down to your mat, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, back to your downward dog. Either a moment here to kind of wiggle through hips. If you would like a slow vinyasa, feel free. We meet back in our downward dog, and we'll take that straight to the other side. So once you've found your foundations, inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip. Option to stay there. You could come onto your left fingertips, or you could lightly land your left toes for your wild thing. Squeezing the glutes. Think about lifting and expanding all the way through the front of your body, and then relax into your head. Pushing the ground away with that right hand, with the feet. One more inhale. Exhale, gaze down. Slowly lower your left hand as you reach your left leg up high. Come onto your back toes. And then left knee towards the left wrist. Wiggle your right toes back. Option again to bring that block underneath the left hip. Rolling back through the shoulders. Big breath in. And either stay up high or start to come down. Trying to keep that neutral position through the hips. Invite softness into the head and neck. And again, just notice any sensations in your body as you slow down. And many of us store a lot of tension through the hips. It goes back to, that fight or flight. In previous times when we encountered stress, it often meant that we had to run, so our hips, our hip flexors are prepared to go. And of course, nowadays, our kind of modern stressors, less likely to require us to run away, physically anyway. But that tension still tends to go there. So take a good few moments, see if you can consciously release it. Good, and then slowly walking those hands in. A moment there to pause or start to bend in your back knee. You could reach back, grab the inside or outside of the foot and stay there. Or that final option, see if you can hook your toes, your foot, into your right elbow crease. Stay in there, or reach in your left arm up, maybe gripping the fingers. Try and keep the chest slightly forward and lifted. And again, just breathe, check in. Let go of any need to get into a particular shape today. Just see where feels good. Nice. Slowly releasing wherever you were. Plant the hands down, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, bring it back. Downward facing dog. Final vinyasa of the practice, if you would like it. Ripple forward. Knees all through chaturanga. We lower. Inhale. Heart lifts, cobra or up dog, and exhale, wave it back to your downward facing dog. We're just going to bring it down to our mat, so look forward, come high onto the toes, soft knees, step, hop or float your way through. Soles of the feet come down, reach your arms forward, take a big breath in, and then exhale, start to round through your spine. We'll slowly roll it back. Once you feel the connection of your lower back with your mat, maybe a moment to hold. And come all the way down. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, dropping your knees to the right, maybe head to the left. Find your twist. So you can stay there. You could hook your right foot on top of the left, or you could even stack the knees if that feels nicer. Just find your twist. So to release all the way through the shoulders, into the spine. Good. And then inhale, feet wide back to center. Exhale, dropping those knees across to the left, maybe head to the right. And again, all of those options, you can hook the ankle on the right thigh, right knee. You could stack the knees. Try and just gently encourage your right shoulder down here so we really find that twist. And just let go with each breath. Nothing more to do here, so just start to release control of the body, of the breath. And then slowly back to center. Bring your knees into the chest, taking any final wiggles, movements. Just scan your body, see what you need before you come down. So anything that feels like it needs a little bit more attention in order for us to fully relax. And then when you're ready, extending the legs out wide and long. If you prefer, keep your feet on the mat. And we'll just bring one hand to the heart space, bring the other hand on top for a moment as we feel into that breath through the chest. Again, just observing exactly how you feel right now after this asana practice, after this movement, this shift of energy. Take a final breath in. Release it out. Keeping the hands resting on your body, or just allow them to fall out wide. With the eyes closed, just start to scan all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, bit by bit. Just see if you can relax each and every part of your body. I'm going to close the practice here today, giving you time to spend as long as you have in your Savasana. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with me today, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.